you may be alone, but you're not lonely. You got the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to comfort you. I actually enjoy being alone. I'm alone right now. I actually enjoy it. I feel that's when I'm at my best, when I'm alone. All right, I value peace and sanctitude, you know. And also, it gives me a chance to deeply meditate and to take stock of myself, you know. There's a lot of power in being a loner, as you're about to hear. So without further ado, let's jump right into it.
Be careful with people who don't mind being alone. Let me explain why. Firstly, they don't rely on anyone else to feel whole. That means they'll never cling to toxic people just to avoid loneliness. Their peace comes from within. So if you want to be their friend, you got to bring peace and happiness, twin, or their relationship will end quicker than it began. Secondly, you can't control them with fear of abandonment. They already master being by themselves, so manipulation and guilt won't work. The minute you act like or say you're going to leave, they will politely show you the door. 9 times out of 10, they already wanted you to leave. Thirdly, if they let you in, it's because they want you there, not because they need you there. Loners rarely hang around people, so if they got you around, they truly value your presence, which makes
the only ones I hang around is the brothers. And even with that, you know, after a while, I want to be by myself, you know. I can honestly say, without putting airs and being deceptive, I can honestly say that I'm a quintessential loner. Absolutely. From the day I was born, man. Spend many hours being by myself. And that's when I literally enjoy being by myself, being a loner. Let's bring that back.
9 times out of 10, they already wanted you to leave. Thirdly, if they let you in, it's because they want you there, not because they need you there. Loners rarely hang around people, so if they got you around, they truly value your presence, which makes it even more meaningful. Fourthly, losses don't shake them like it do others. They don't rebuild themselves alone before, so no matter who leaves, they'll find their way back. Fifthly, their strength is built in silence. They endured struggles on their own and they grew stronger because of it, which makes them harder to break. Sixthly, their silence is their reset. Time alone gives them clarity, so when they come back stronger and sharper. Seventhly, they move with patience because they know being alone isn't a weakness, so they don't rush into situations that's not right. And eighthly, they embrace new beginnings. Alone time taught them how to grow, so starting over isn't scary, it's exciting. All my loners out there continue to choose solitude over chaos, continue to be selective about situationships and relationships, and don't forget to go get you some sunlight, because loners will sit in the house all day like a vampire. They will even avoid the sun if the sun is disturbing their peace. I love y'all and may y'all continue to be peaceful.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well and teach well, man, being great examples to us brothers, man. You know, today, I wanted to get into a topic of solitude. And a brother had posted a video the other day that gave me inspiration to do it because it describes me right to the T, because ever since I can remember, by the time like your brain really starts soaking in stuff and you start to remember, well, for me, around like 2nd, 3rd grade, yeah, I had friends and stuff. I used to go outside and play, but yeah, and I had siblings. I had an older sister. Well, I have an older sister, and now 2 younger brothers, but at the time 1. You know, but we all stayed in different locations. We stayed in different states, all 3 of us. You know, so I grew up alone. It's just me. My mama used to work nights, so I spent a lot of time either at home with my grandma. And at the beginning, I wasn't even in the same city as my mother. I used to stay like an hour and a half away with my other grandparents, and she'd just come and get me on the weekends. But yeah, I grew up alone for the most part. Still had a normal childhood, but I was always fine being alone, playing with my toys and stuff like that by myself, coming up with different scenarios, like using my imagination. Yeah, brother had brought out in the scripture, like Yahweh Shai, a lot of times he will be alone. Yeah, even now, I'm almost in my 30s, I'm in my late 20s, I'm 28 now. And for the longest I can remember, I always found peace and being alone. I always preferred to be alone. And growing up, you had those certain instances that you see people hanging out with each other. You got these friend groups, and then, yeah, of course I got friends. I got the same people I hang around. I've been hanging around for like the last 15 years, and you say we still friends. But yeah, it's a time and a place for everything. But me as a preference, I prefer to be alone. Even when I go out, I got a certain amount of time for shit. I'm ready to go. But I'm gonna start here at Matthew 14. The point is in 22, but I'm gonna start from the top. Matthew 14:1. At that time, Herod the Tetrarch heard of the fame of Yahushua and said unto his servants, "This is John the Baptist. He is risen from the dead, and therefore mighty works do show forth themselves in him." For Herod had laid hold on John and bound him and put him in prison for Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's wife. For John said unto him, "It is not lawful for thee to have her." Yeah, you right, because what did it say? That's his brother's wife. In verse 5. And when he would have put him to death, he feared the multitude because they counted him as a prophet. So he was afraid of the people's reactions, like how they would react to him killing John. Verse 6. But when Herod's birthday was kept, the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod. So that's Herod, that'll be like his niece one. Yeah, his brother's wife. So yeah, that'll be his niece. And you gotta think about it, like my brother did a video on that a while ago too. That's why I started up there, because he went into like where it's lawful and where you draw the line. And one of the things that he said was like, your brother's children or your sister's children, like that's off limits. Because you look at them like they one of your own. Even me personally, my nephew, that's like like the son I don't have yet. I don't have any children. With my cousins, my mother looks at them like they were one of her own. They used to always be over our house. Treat them like they her sons too. But like I say, I'm gonna read it in NLT verse 6. But when Herod's birthday came, his niece, there you go, his niece Salome, the daughter of Herodias, danced immodestly before them and pleased and fascinated Herod. Yeah, so there you go right there. It's his niece. It said danced immodestly. And so it probably like, she was probably stripping in front of, you know how wicked niggas get down on their birthday, man, even with these movies and stuff. When all the bosses link up for a birthday or for whatever, man, they go to the strip club, and it says immodestly. So he got his niece in front of them stripping, man. Like, come on now. Let's see if we're gonna pull something up. Oh yeah, lacking humility or decency. So yeah, she ain't decent, so she half naked or she is naked. So yeah, even back then, hey, no new thing under the sun. Ecclesiastes 1:9. No new thing under the sun. Same shit you see today, they were doing it back then. Well, he got his niece in front of him. He over there getting turned on by his niece, man. On verse 7, in the A&P. So much that he promised with an oath to give her whatever she asked. So yeah, you know how they be in the strip club and shit, man. Hey, baby, you can have whatever you want. So he in there telling it to his niece. She over there dancing half-ass, if not all the way naked in front of him, man. You know, wicked shit. And she, verse 8, she being coached by her mother, so she get it from my mama, man. Said, but I started beginning again. She being coached by her mother, Herodias, said, "Give me here on a platter the head of John the Baptist." Verse 9, the king was distressed. So he ain't in mind like, man, I already don't want to do it because he don't know how the people going to react, like I said earlier. But because of his oaths and because of his dinner guest, he ordered it to be given to him. Man, he got pressured into it, man. Verse 10, he sent and had John beheaded in the prison. His head was brought on a platter and given to the girl, and she brought it to her mother, Herodias. Man, this nigga been tricking off, man. She done finessed this man into beheading somebody he did not want to behead. yeah, man. Back to the point of solitude, man. Matthew 14:4 in the KJV. And Yahweh Shai went forth and saw a great multitude and was moved with compassion toward them, and he healed their sick. And when it was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, This is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away, that they may go into the village and buy themselves victuals. But Yahweh Shai said unto them, They need not depart, give ye them to eat. And they say unto him, We have here but 5 loaves and 2 fishes. He said, Bring them hither to me. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looking up to heaven, he blessed and brake and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude. And they did all eat and were filled, and they took up of the fragments that remained 12 baskets full. He made it multiply. We all know that story. And they had eaten were about 5,000 men, beside women and children. So that's not even counting women and children. Verse 22, and straightway Yahweh Shai constrained his disciples to get into a ship and to go before him unto the other side, where he sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. So he performed his miracle, man. He did his work. He blessed the people. I don't know why he doing it. He blessed his people, man. He looked out for them. He had compassion on them. And then he went on his way to be alone. You know, Howard Shaw used to always do that. He'll do his miracles, and then he'll leave the scene. He'll disappear and go ghost. You know what I'm saying? Because even now, man, I get what they call overstimulated. I don't know about overstimulated. I gotta still look up what that means. I just get tired of dealing with people, and I can only imagine how it was for Yahweh Shai, because they over here, they know about him. They know what he can do. So you always got people running up, trying to talk to you, touch on you, trying to get their blessing and stuff like that. And he'll look out for them. But after a while, it get tiring, man. They just say the price of fame. But that's another topic for another day. But yeah, even these celebrities and stuff, they get, like, for an example, like J. Cole. I think he said in one of his songs, it's a couple rappers, but he's one of the ones that I heard recently. It's an old song, but he talk about how to be rich and famous. I forgot exactly how it worded because it slipped my mind at the moment. But yeah, even with that, when I was in the world, man, I was playing football and doing this and that. Yeah, I just wanted the money, man. I love football. Man, fuck the fame. But forget the fame. I just wanted some money to lay up, make sure my people were straight, my immediate family, and then family and friends, man. Just the freedom to do what you want. But, it's going to come with a price, man. People going to know your name. And then you can't live the same life after that no more. You don't get no peace. Somebody going to always be walking up to you, screaming your name, trying to get an autograph, a picture. And that'll get tiring after a while. Even me personally, because I know I wouldn't want that. Because we down here in Mississippi, at one point we had Deion Sanders down here as the coach of Jackson State, man. I was out and about one day. I stopped by Academy, and he walked in there with his, I think that was maybe his daughter, and like some people from his team, or like his coaching staff or whatever, man. But yeah, I was walking in his direction. He was walking in mine. I could have asked for a picture or anything to show that I met him and stuff like that, but I was like, nah. You probably get that all the time, walking around on campus, walking around in the game, whatever. And that was after he had a problem with his foot, so he was on a little scooter. But I said, what up, Coach Prime? He said, what's up, young man? And he went on about his business, I went on about mine. Because, like I said, that can be tiring, always having to stop. You go to a store for one or two things. As a man, men do that all the time. When I go out, I got a mission. I'm trying to go for this and that. I might pick up another item or two, but yeah, I go in there and I'm gone. There be women walking around 2 or 3 hours going to this store, that store. Man, we try to go in and get gone and go back to the house. Back to that solitude. But yeah, Yahweh Shai did his miracle. He had to disappear, man. Because he was famous. And he fast and pray. He got to go back to his peace, his solitude. He got to reset. The same account in Mark 6 and 46, Mark 6 and 31. John 6:15. But let me see. I got it. This is Matthew 6:6. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. Well, at first, you don't want to go out in front of people praying, you know what I'm saying, showing that you praying. You know, so you want to do that in secret, man. That's between you and the Heavenly Father. You don't want to be one of them people out there, man, I prayed for this, I prayed for you, Nah. Hey, you supposed to do that in private, but even with that, you had to be in a place of solitude. It said you go and shut your door and you still in the closet. Yeah, you want to be put up for real. So you might have people at home that you stay with. You might have your woman, your kids. You know, they inside of the doors with you, the doors of your home. Even with that, you go in the bathroom, go in the closet, leave that between you and the Father, man. Pray privately, he gonna reward you openly in a place of solitude. You can really lock in on your prayer, man. You know, one more. This is Luke chapter 5 and verse 15. Yeah, verse 15. But so much the more went there a fame abroad of him. Like I said, he was famous, man. And great multitudes came together to hear and to be healed by him in their infirmity. Like I said, they knew what he could do. Just like the account with the woman just trying to touch his garment, man. She just wanted to touch his garment. And verse 16, and he withdrew himself into the wilderness and prayed. I'm going to read it again, verse 15. But so much the more went there a fame abroad of him, and great multitudes came together to hear and to be healed by him of their infirmities. And he withdrew himself into the wilderness and prayed. So like I said, the word got out, man. He knew what was coming. All these people, and it's already happening. People coming to him, wanting this, wanting that. I can't see, I can't walk. I'm leprous. You know what I'm saying? My uncle got this going on. He got the high blood pressure. Yeah, he'll do so much, and then he'll go and be to himself. I'm gonna read it in the AMP, verse 16 in the AMP. But Yahushua himself will often slip away to the wilderness and pray in seclusion. And it says slip away. So he probably out there chugging and jiving with him. Hey, hold on, I'll be right back. He had to dip off. You know how brothers do, man. Yeah, Yahushua was one of us, man. So right, give me a minute. I got to go handle something. Yeah, dip off and go and pray, man. Hey, folks getting on his nerve too. That's an exhausting job. You say, but he was the one. That's what he was sent to do, so he can get a good report. But Yahushua, our Lord and Savior, man, the man who's above us all, the most patient, the most understanding. He had to go and seclude himself, put himself in isolation, man. And I've grown to love it about myself. I used to be like, I might have said it already, but you get to seeing people have their little friend groups and stuff like that. But sometimes you feel like you're being left out. But then I'm at home just enjoying myself, just being alone. And I love it. And then it's less drama. People go out and now it's this going around, that going around. Somebody done said this, said that. What happened with this and that? Shit, I don't know. I don't know nothing about it. And I don't want to know nothing about it. But yesterday, a little example. We shut down a little early at work. But I'm a lead in my job, so I have to be there a little early. If my alarm went off early, I gotta be on my way. But I gotta be there to set up before everybody else get there. And I stay behind a little bit to shut everything down. So I took the time while we got off early. I'm not finna leave early. I'm finna take my time, shut everything down, and I get my whole little day's worth of pay, my little day's pay. One of my coworkers, man, what you doing after work? Shit, going home. She say this all the time. Oh man, you lame. Yeah, I'm lame. I said, I always tell her, shit, that's all I ever wanted to be in life. Lame to y'all ass. Yeah, because I ain't about to be not doing all this shit. So what? We shut down a little 20 minutes early, man. Shit, I ain't going nowhere. I'm finna, because I left my books and my garments at home, so I had to stop by the house. before I hit the block. So I had to go home anyway. But yeah, man, I'm finna go home. I ain't finna go out and have no drink just because we got off a few minutes early. But I ain't mad at you. I get it. It's Babylon, man. You want every moment you get. It's always a celebration. Just get out of work early. They shut it down halfway through the day because something went wrong. This and that. We had a drill yesterday. We get to go outside for 20, 30 minutes. Well, not outside for the whole 20, 30 minutes. But yeah, the line shut down for 20, 30 minutes. Hey, let's get it. We had less production and we got over it. Yeah, man. Go out and have a drink. Hey, any reason. Babylon, squeeze the damn life out you. Squeeze the enjoyment out. But nah, man, I'm going home. Y'all do what y'all do, though. See y'all at the by and by. But yeah, man, I ain't want to make it too long, man. Just if there's a brother out there might be feeling a certain way about preferring to be alone, even how I prefer to be alone, man. And you ain't the only one. There's plenty of peace and solitude to being alone, and there's less drama you got to less drama you gonna be involved with because they can't put your name in it. You wasn't there, and unless you got unless you keep up with and worry about yourself and what you got going on, and that way you can lock in, man. But once again, I'm gonna give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well and teach well, and keep pushing, brothers. Every day is a day closer. And I don't know what it was yesterday or midnight today, but that shutdown happened, man. But every day is a step closer, man. Not saying that shutdown really gonna mean anything. They might open it back up, but every day is a step closer, man. Because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai know we ready to go home, man. We gonna be home after a while, man. And Shalom.